So is being obsessed enough if you want to achieve greatness, if you want to reach your goals, is being obsessed enough? Now I'm talking to you, the one that is listening to this. Do you have something in you that is just that you want to do more than anything in your life, and you have such a hunger for? You're basically your whole life is going towards that one thing, but you don't know how to actually achieve it. You don't know actually how to attain it. We're going to get into all that. All right. So before I go any further, I just want to start off with today, we are sponsored by HelloFresh. Don't let recipe boredom keep you from reaching your goals. Give HelloFresh a try and choose from 30 plus calorie smart and protein smart recipes each week. Packed with fresh ingredients, everything arrives pre-portioned and right at your doorstep for less hassle and more. And when you try HelloFresh, you'll get free breakfast for life. Start your day right with one free breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. All right, so this is very fitting. I've wanted to do this type of episode for a while, this type of just discussion over obsession, because obsession really, really fanatically drives me. I don't know if it drives you personally. Obsession can be a bad thing, but it can be a good thing that not everybody has about certain things. It's what you direct it towards and what you can utilize it for. And if we started off with obsession, if your obsession is over a sports team, sometimes that can crush you, because for me, I was hurt yesterday. I mean, not deeply hurt. I mean, like, it hurt bad seeing the Chiefs lose like I said on Friday. It would have been a lot tougher if they would have just lost by 1 point. I would have had a lot tougher time sleeping if they would have lost by 1 point. But losing by that, and we kind of saw the writing on the wall pretty early. It was a little easier to take. So if your obsession is geared towards and just concentrated in just a sports team and just something in your life like that, you can be let down, and you're going to be hurt. You're going to be left brokenhearted, and I believe, that's it will happen, So personally, do you, who's listening to this, do you have an actual obsession towards something that you want to achieve in your life? Something that you feel has been driving you to go out and get, is there something in your life that you want to attain? That you've been put on this planet for something, and you haven't even decided exactly what it actually is yet. You're not 100% sure, but sometimes you might be. You might know what you want to go after. Do you have that obsession in your life right now for something? You could say job, you could say career, you could say what you want to do. I'm trying to get out of that mindset of thinking of people as in, what do you do? What do you do? And just bringing and somebody down to just that element of their life as what do they do. But it also it does say a lot about you, what you do. But like, if you ask somebody that, like, that can rub somebody the wrong way, and it's probably not the most appropriate thing to ask, what do you do, as like just devaluing them. Can I say that word? Devaluing them to that one element of their life, and as that is who they are. I don't think that's who you are, but I believe that God has put every one of us here on this planet for a purpose. I believe that he's given desires in our heart for a purpose, and we can run with those desires, and we can try to achieve what we're wanting to. But I do want to actually just step back and let you all think, is there something in your life that is propelling you and pushing you towards that you have in you, and you don't even know, you might not even know if you have it in you. And that's really what is driving me lately, of like, do I know that I have it in me? Do I actually know that I have it in me to do what I envision myself doing, envision myself accomplishing, envision myself like maybe working out and making a difference in this world? Do I actually know that I have that ability? You might not know that you have that ability, but you still have like a vision of what you're wanting to accomplish and your life is going towards. And this is where a big part of obsession can be a great thing. can be an awesome thing, because the people that have done the most in this world, it has left waves from their life of impacting other people in this world and benefiting this world and bringing this world to a good thing. I mean, of course, it can be a terrible thing if your obsession is over something that is not good and is not going to bring about good things and is awful and terrible, obviously. But if you can hone it in and go after something that is great, I immediately think of like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Cuban, like people that are out there, business-minded people. And then also it can go in the spiritual realm. It can go into people that have accomplished. I mean, you think the Apostle Paul was not obsessed? You think the Apostle Paul was not a person that was just like obsessed with what he did? He was like, it showed how much he was obsessed before he became a Christian, before Christ encountered him on the road to Damascus, that he was wanting to eliminate, destroy the church, this new uprising of the sect of believers that are proclaiming that this man, Jesus from Nazareth, is the actual Messiah. He wanted to completely remove that and get that off the face of the earth until Jesus appeared to him. But then, like, that obsession of that he had, it was completely turned 180 and driven towards doing something incredible. And probably a person that has never done anything more for this world apart from Christ could be argued for the Apostle Paul, that he promoted the advancement of Christianity. So, and I'm thinking also as a business person, I like bringing it back into I immediately go to Elon Musk, because he is a hot topic. I don't know if he's ever not been a hot topic, at least for the last few years. He's and he's especially in our face now with X. And whether you love what he's doing or you don't, I still think you could still glean that he is hyper obsessed with doing amazing things and making things run and work, functional, figuring things out. As who I am completely driven by functionality. If something works, I love it. I don't care how beautiful, how amazing it looks. If it doesn't work, I don't really want anything a part of it, But Elon Musk, you could say Mark Zuckerberg, I just finished watching The Social Network. If you've seen that movie, you should go watch that again. I know it's just a rendition of his life and his biography or whatever, but it's still, I love that movie. He was a person that was hyper obsessed, and he still is, with making Facebook, connecting people. He kind of brought it to the table. He took you, and another thing. You can take a lot of great things that are out there and just make it better. Actually, take it to a much higher level. Because Facebook wasn't the only thing on the internet when it came along. There were other things that kind of brought something good and kind of got an idea of what it was, but it sparked something that he was able to take it to the next level. And do you have something like that in your life? It might not be to that degree, but is there something in your life that if you just removed all layers, you just went down to the very core, what are you wanting? What are you wanting to do? What is in your soul that it just drives you and gives you and just fuels you? And no matter how many things go bad and go the opposite way and make it seem like I'm not going to actually do what's in there. And something is just casting water and throwing water all over your dreams, your hopes, what you want to be doing. But for some reason, for some odd reason, inexplicable reason, you keep going. You just keep going. And you can't explain it. You don't understand it. You don't know what's happening. You don't know, is something else driving you? Is something else pushing you? If you have that, if you found that, that obsession can actually sustain you, can actually make you accomplish what you're wanting to do. It actually can be enough when all's said and done. And you can't look everything in an instant frame, but you have to look to the far future, to what you envision yourself doing, what you envision yourself accomplishing, whatever it is. It could be just you want to have an amazing family. You want to raise children that are godly and love the Lord. Because really, I mean, that is something that, if we step back and everything, all that, you can think of missionaries that go across the seas and promote Christianity, spread the gospel. But your mission field could be your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, that you are sending them out, like rocket ships, to go do something incredible. Maybe that is your hyper obsession and focus, that you want to do that. Whatever it is, you know what is in your heart. You know what is driving you. You know what gives you fulfillment. And even though because I mean, if I could get one thing across, just maybe boil it down and really kind of self-evaluate and look inside and say, what am I wanting to do with this one life? I'm putting two fingers up, but with this one life that I have, what am I actually, because I mean, it's not going to last forever. In 100 years, people are just going to be looking at what we've left behind. People are going to just be studying. Now it's going to be turned into the digital, not just physical artifacts that our civilization has left, but digital artifacts, things that we're putting on the internet for years. People will probably look back and try to understand that civilization, how they thought, and what drove them, what was the ethos or whatever. But it's like, what are you wanting to drive home? What are you wanting to accomplish with your life? If you can boil that down, harness everything, all the energy you have, and just go after it, the obsession can be enough. You just can't look at it just a near-term fulfillment. It has to be long-term fulfillment, God is the one who is positioning and putting every step in front of the other that we take. God is the one who is orchestrating providentially everything in this world that is happening, every mundane happenstance that we experience that seems like it is random, coincidental. He is the one who is orchestrating it all. But I mean, we also have to put this obsession we have into, is it going to have an everlasting effect? Is it going to reach beyond our own life and maybe stretch out and reach out into eternity and have effects there? And if you want to really boil it down to that, you could say, even whatever this hyper obsession that I have, can I kind of still align it and somehow be a mirroring reflection of pointing people to the kingdom of God and pointing people to Christ? Because you can have all the desire you want, which are good things, to, like, say you want to create a social network, create a way that people can interact across the world, across the globe. That would be awesome, and it would have great effects now. You say you want to go to Mars, like Elon Musk. That could reach a little bit further into the future. But if you can even take your desire, your deepest obsession, and align it and hone it in towards, what can I do that is going to drive people to Jesus Christ and drive people to the kingdom of God, that's going to have so much more effect. What we do in life echoes in eternity. I had to throw that one out there, but I wanted to throw that out there and put that out there and let you all just think about that. What are you obsessed about? Go after it. It is enough. Just keep driving. Figure it out first and then just keep going. Just keep going. So have a good one, everyone. Peace.